Hello, hello, hello to everybody. Welcome to the stream. As promised, we have finished draft week, and we're here to do a stream. I'm just testing out some audio things and everything right now, so let's make sure that I'm good to go here. Overall, I got my chat set up. That's good. Everything looks to be going okay. Stream quality looks high. This is all great stuff. We love to see it. Alrighty. Cool. All right. I think we should be good. Hey, can you guys let me know two things audio-wise? Is the music a good volume compared to how loud I'm talking? And also, can you hear the fan behind me? It is currently like 80 degrees in my apartment because it's like 95 degrees here in Minnesota today. It's hot as hell, and I want to make sure I'm not like killing you guys. I can obviously just turn the fan off. It's not a big deal. So yeah, y'all let me know kind of what's going on with that. Hope everybody's doing good. Good to see a couple people in the chat already. That's very it's very exciting. Love to see it. Sound is a little low on the music itself. There's honestly not much music even being played right this second, so I think the song is changing. Can't hear the fan. Music could be a bit louder. Okay, let me turn it up just a little bit more. You guys let me know. And let me know throughout all of this if it's good. What's up, Johnny? Good to see you, boss. I don't have AirPods in, so no fan or music. Okay, I guess that's all good. I'm always going to be hyper paranoid about making sure you guys have at least solid quality stuff to listen to. I guess, is my volume good? Like, yeah, all of that stuff. I want to make sure you guys can actually hear me. Because what I'm intending to do for today is really just take some time, answer some of your guys' questions. In the meantime, I figured I'd kind of go through this draft guide. I thought it was kind of cool, the ringers stuff, as we're getting close to the draft. I figured we'll talk about the finals a little bit as well, and just kind of have a solid time on a Saturday. Your boy's done traveling, which is great. Draft stuff is yes, there is music right now. There is background music, so if we can't hear it, let me know. I can always turn it up. I do have it a little bit low right now, but yeah, trying to think. Yeah, I'm done traveling for a little bit. That's awesome. Draft is gonna be what it's gonna be at this point. My work is pretty much done. All the plans A through Z are kind of set in stone, and now it's just a matter of executing and seeing what happens. So it's kind of a good feeling, I suppose. Happy about that. I'm curious, are we able to see how many people are in the live stream by looking at this right now? 20 people in here right now. That's so cool. Spamming W's for my king, AVC, who needs a job. Why do I need a job? I promise you, I work plenty. I promise you. I think my wife would prefer I have less jobs, honestly. There's even days where she's like, "Do you really need to do the YouTube thing?" And I'm like, "Well, no, not at all." But it's is what it is. I'm a motivated person. On to 2026. Oh, the draft class? No, not yet. I got a while before I got to worry about that at all. I got a while for that one. But yeah, the too early 2026. We'll probably do a video reacting to something like that, just because we did it last year, and like it'll mean absolutely nothing, but it is what it is. Dante's asking a really good question right now in the chat. You doing a live stream for the draft? I will, actually. I don't need to be on a virtual call during the draft if I don't want to. They were like, no, we should be good. If you want to do your thing, you can. So I just said, cool, I'm gonna do a stream then on Wednesday for you guys, and we'll be kind of reacting to the draft as it happens. I think that should be pretty interesting. There is a chance that I'll get like a phone call or something during that, to which I'd have to like pause the stream for a second, but it is what it is. But yeah, let's let's start answering some questions, I guess, while we got some of this stuff like on the screen to take a look at, because we already got some questions coming in. Where would AJ, I don't know how to say his name, Debansa, Darren Peterson, and Cameron Boozer go in this draft? Those are like some of the only names I really know. Oh, message retracted. Okay, I'm not going to answer it at all then. If you had to bet what team gets ace, what team would you pick? I'm going to say the Sixers, most likely. Yeah, no, but yeah, live stream for the draft. It should be exciting. What was the first class you evaluated in depth? This was my 4th year, so I guess 2021 was my first one. Which one was that? 2021 NBA draft. Who was even in that one? Let's just take a look at it. Cade Cunningham. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that would have been my first one that I would have done professionally. So yeah, there you go. Cool. Let's see. What was the... let's see. Thoughts on the Nuggets' lack of a GM a couple of days before the draft and free agency? Yeah, that's not really where you want to be, I would imagine. Like, it's you want to make sure everybody's kind of aligned and have the same plan, and then if you're going to bring in somebody that's like, I don't like that plan, it doesn't necessarily spell good for you. So I mean, it's probably what you think it is too. It's just it's weird, but it's hard to find people, I guess, sometimes. We eating good next week? You could just mute. No fan noise. That's great to hear. You guys let me know if music or me needs to be turned up at all, right? Where does Flag rank among those you've gone through? Probably, well, Wembanyama was gotta be number 1, right? So 2021, let's just pull them all up. 2022 NBA draft. Let's pull it up. Duplicate, duplicate. Look at this, some fine stuff going on here. So wait, is this my... No, this is my 4th class, so, no, I didn't do this one professionally. This one's just for fun that I was probably doing. This must have been my first one. Is it? Yeah, no, it definitely was, because of the Chet thing, yeah. Because of my poor Chet take that I had in it. So okay, yeah, so this is my 4th one, excuse me. Yeah, it's got to be Wemby. It's not even close. And then probably Cooper Flag, I would say. Yeah, I'd say he's number 2. 2021 was stacked. Yeah, because what was I doing at that time? Well, I was still in college at that point, and I was just kind of starting to get into coaching. My business had existed for a little bit at that point, and I made some stuff for content, so that must be why I'm remembering it that way. So, let's see. When are you revealing which team you work for? Hopefully never. I don't want to really cross my businesses very well, or very much. Where would you take Matas in this draft? Great question. It's, I don't always like answering questions like that, just because I've already seen Matas Buzelis play NBA basketball at this point, so it's hard for me to like compare to where I was at that point, but I feel like I evaluated Matas pretty accurately, so I guess I'd put him towards like 20 or something like that. I don't know, maybe 20s or late 20s maybe, if that's my assumption. Why is Kobe Saunders not getting love? I don't know, like, he's kind of one of those guys that kind of needs the ball in his hands, you know, and only so many of those can do it. You have to be really good. Let's see. AVC, love the content, man. Have you seen the Ulm versus Munich now? Ben was hooping. I have not watched that one yet. It's on my to-do list. It doesn't really matter at this point in terms of like evaluations and stuff like that. Like, we've got our opinions on Serif and shit like that, but I'm definitely going to watch it just because I like basketball. Looks like Ace want the ball in his hands his rookie season. How do you see him playing that role as a rookie, considering he had more ball responsibilities in high school? Well, first, we should make sure that we're saying this question correctly. We don't know what Ace wants right now. He is merely we're merely hearing from his agent what he wants to do, right? And his agent's probably like, shit like this isn't uncommon. Like, this stuff does happen with these agents or whatever, and yes, he's a little bit annoying. It's not going to matter much once he's drafted at all. Really, it won't matter much at all. And guys get new agents all the time, so it's like, it's whatever. I mean, sure, I think it'd be great for Ace's development to have the ball. Ceiling Fan, thank you for subscribing to the channel. That's awesome. Welcome to the community. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like I don't really care. Like, if he doesn't have the ball his rookie season, that's not a big deal. If he has it later, like you guys remember Jaylen Brown, right? Like, couldn't dribble for like his first like 6 years in the NBA. It's just kind of like how it goes. We've all got stuff we're working on, but you can still be a good player. All the mock draft videos seem to be the most popping. Oh yeah, no, those videos are cheat codes on the channel. You post one of those, it's a ton of views every single time. Where was the one after that? Yeah, 9K views, 8K views. The mock draft that the community did was pretty good. I wanted to do one of these this week, but they got too crazy in the Discord, and my intern, who I told him to organize it again. He was like, dude, this is such bullshit. We're like, I'm not doing this. So I was like, I looked through it and I was like, yeah, you're right. What types of questions do you like? That way we can have a better conversation. I guess I don't know what kind of questions I like. Things that don't sound like they come from Twitter. Does having this type of agent turn teams off? No, not really, because you think about it, right? Like don't get me wrong, like, it's annoying. But once, like, let's say the Sixers draft him, right? His agent's job is done, right? Like, there's nothing else to be done because the contract is already predetermined. Right? Like, there's nothing to negotiate anymore for the next, like, 3 years. And by then, he could have a totally different agent because he's been hanging around NBA dudes that are smarter than him, which, like, we can't really blame Ace for not having a good agent necessarily. Like, shit like this happens when you're now 18 years old picking up agents going to college basketball, which I think is just, like, the dumbest thing ever that we're like having kids do this. There needs to be like more accurate representation and people that know how to actually like navigate NIL and stuff like that. Because I mean, this guy doesn't know what the hell he's doing. But no, it doesn't turn us off, because again, he'll find a new agent or something. Because like, let's say he got drafted by the Sixers, maybe Paul George is just like, bro, you like, don't do this shit. This is fucking stupid. Just come with my agent. We'll take care of you. And he's gonna listen to like a player he respects way more. Do you think the Sixers can contend the next year? In theory, sure. I mean, if everybody stays healthy. I still will have concerns about Joel Embiid and how he plays in the playoffs. I just don't think it's like as good as his like playoff statistics typically are overall. Like, I don't think his play style is good for playoff basketball where people really have time to game plan for it. As a Sixers fan, I feel like VJ's fit is awkward. Is he long, athletic enough to play the 3? The guard rotation seems log-jammed with... Yeah, I don't think you necessarily need him. I'd say you just pick Ace. John, thank you for the $2 donation. That's so kind for you. Let me make sure I prioritize this one. What's the ceiling for Kaman Maluach? I mean, look, ceiling always, like, I hate to put ceilings on people, but what I think for him is I do think he could be like an all-star level player. I think it's rather unlikely, and let's pull up. Come on here. Where is Mr. Maluach? How low is he? He's got him number 9 on here. Wow, from the Ringer. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this right here, ridiculous upside, right? Like, yeah, it is, because he should just be a defensive monster. That's just because he's so massive, right? And he's a really good athlete. Like, I've gotten the chance to be around him now. Kid is so smart, so hardworking, humble guy. I love him, right? I'm rooting for him so much. Like, hell, if he develops a jump shot, if he can dribble a little bit, like, all this stuff can happen. But like, no, he should be a pretty dominant big man. Like, he doesn't have like really like post skills or anything like that. But I mean, how much of that is really a part of basketball at this point anyway? Like, who's to say he can't be like a Rudy Gobert type of player, except he's infinitely more coordinated and maybe he can develop a jump shot at this point. So that's kind of my thoughts with it. Thank you for the question, Johnny. Let's see. I want to make sure I get to the rest of these. Pat Connaughton on the Bucks just exercised his player option. I mean, yeah, of course he was going to. They're going to have to try to find a way to trade him. I don't know how, but they definitely should try to trade him. Do you think Ace will really drop, or is a lot of this smoke screen? As if he does drop, where do you think the floor is? Well, I don't think the media knows what's going on, because I don't know what's going on either. And look, most of us don't. If I had to guess, Johnny, thank you again for the donation. Oh, he reminds you a lot of Bam Adebayo. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. definitely kind of the hard worker like him, the lengthier center that could maybe bring a little more skill as he gets a little more used to playing basketball. I could totally see that. I can like these things. Oh, look at that. Oh, cool. Thank you. Well, thank you, Johnny. It's very generous of you. But again, talking about Ace, like, let's scroll up to wherever Ace is right here. I don't think he's gonna drop. I just think there's too much benefit to the Sixers taking him. I don't think there's any smoke screens going on now. Like, there might be a team that's... I have to imagine there is one team that knows what's going on completely within his camp that's, like, promised him something. Maybe they have a trade with Charlotte figured out or something, for just in case if Philly can... or if Philly passes on him. So here's the... Let's put a tinfoil hat on for a second, but try to be logical about it. If Ace Bailey... in his camp are talking to some team, let's just, I don't know, it doesn't matter what team it is, right? And they give him this awesome pitch where he's like, yep, that's where we want to be, right? So then maybe they will cancel all of these things because that same team says, I've got a trade with Charlotte figured out, so we can, or maybe it's Utah or something, and we can come scoop you up once Philly passes on you. So now you just need Philly to pass on you, right? So maybe that's the case. I don't know, but that's what some of us are theorizing internally. But I mean, Philly could very well just take him still. I don't see why they wouldn't, personally. Just kind of doesn't matter to me, at least, with all this stuff. But yeah, no, the media doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. Most likely draft day trade of one speculated. I don't know what the speculated ones are. You'd have to give me some ideas. They have scouted him for a whole season. Yeah, exactly. Like, and here's the other thing you guys don't know about, like, scouting. We talk to everybody. I can't tell you how many, like, high school coaches I've called. I've talked to, like, high school teachers. Like, I talked to his third grade. Like, I'm not saying I did that personally, but some people, like, have within, like, my group of people. Like, we're calling, like, his, like, 5th grade coaches. We're calling friends of people he knows. Like, every single person that you could think of, managers from Rutgers, things like that. Like, we talk to all these people so that we get an idea of these people. Let's see. I would assume that once you're in the NBA, you have access to great shooter trainer coaches. What leads to improved shooting? Practice. Practice, practice, practice. Like, that was my specialty, like, when I was there, when I did player development. So, I mean, it's just getting the reps in, and, like, there's an art to teaching things, and I try to embody that a lot in what I do, but I think it's important. What should the Hornets do in the second round? I'm hoping Maxime, Kalkbrenner, Drake Powell, Hugo, Thiero. Yeah, I guess just... I'm trying to think. You already have a couple bigger projects on that team. Maybe you just want someone that's a little bit more steady, good culture person, things like that, hard worker. So I don't think you need to swing for the fences or anything. Just make sure you get a good culture fit. Do you think the Jazz will try to trade up? Because personally, I think whoever falls to 5 will be just fine with me, unless some miracle happens and they are able to trade up for 1 or 2. I can actually promise you the Jazz have tried very hard to trade up. That I know for certain. Their whole goal for this year was to get one of these 4 people. Oh, not these 4. I don't know. He's got Trey Johnson a little bit higher here, but one of, like, VJ, Ace, Dylan, or Cooper Flag. Like, is it an everything's lost moment if you draft Trey Johnson, like, 5 or something? I don't necessarily think so, but I mean, I personally, in my evaluation, think these guys are quite a bit ahead of him, which, you know, that's good for these guys, right? It's nothing against them, but oh wow, Dwayne, thank you so much for the donation. That means a lot. My wife's gonna be so happy. I'll be able to take her out to dinner by the end of this. This is great. Maybe not eat outside though, 'cause like I said, I'm legit sweating, like, sitting here. I run warm. But your question, regardless of pick, which team best fits Ace Bailey? Didn't I do a video on that? Didn't I do a whole video on that? What did I... oh, we only looked at, like, the 2 teams, though, in the analysis, I guess, for that one. By the way, so many stupid comments in this video. So many dumb comments. I love all of you in a non-parasocial way, but I got some dumb comments here. And I'm not just saying, like, dumb basketball takes, like, people that didn't actually understand what they were looking at in the video at all, and I couldn't comprehend why. So, but if I'm thinking about, like, a good place for Ace Bailey to end up, oh, you know what, here's an interesting thing I was talking about within a group of, like, just, like, other scouts that I'm really, like, close with. We were all just like, what if what if, because the Thunder are playing in the finals right now, right? A lot of us have theorized that they've probably traded some players already. And I'm not saying yes or no to this for sure, but, and I promise I'm answering your question, Dwayne, with this. They wouldn't announce this stuff until after the finals because of how the NBA schedule works nowadays, and like this goes up so close to the draft, it's kind of crazy. But you know, the Pacers have already made a trade in the past couple days. A lot of us think the Thunder have too, and some of us are wondering, like, is there any chance that the Thunder just threw a metric fuck ton of things at like Philly or Charlotte or someone like that, and they're going up to scoop Ace Bailey or something like that? That would be nuts. That would be so cool for them. Like that would be an ideal fit. So that would be cool. Can we see your full mock draft? Mine has flag. You guys just saw my full mock draft. It was right here. It's in this video. You can go check. It's got a lot of views. Go add some views to it. Let's see. You rooting for anyone to win the finals? Oh man, like, yes, I'm rooting for Indy. But will I be mad if OKC wins it? No, because like the sports story person in me is like, how can I not root for Indy? TJ McConnell is like everything right now. I just want to root for that guy. I want to root for this group. It's a ton of fun. But the basketball purist in me is like, it would be such a shame if the OKC didn't win this, right? Because they've just been so good and they feel so perfectly constructed. So I won't be mad at either result. Spurs fit Bailey if they get rid of Castle. I don't think they need to get rid of Castle, but I like the Spurs fit. Where do you like to go out to dinner? I like Italian restraints. You like Italian restraints? Bro, leave your kinks out of my chat. But let's see. There's this place in Minneapolis called Red Cow. It's kind of a cool vibe. I'm not like a fancy dude. I'm kind of a, how should I explain this? A reformed hoodlum, if you would. So I'm not always the fanciest person. I was at a wedding all night last night, and whenever I get dressed up, my girl is always like, you know, if you just like tried a little harder, you'd look like so good all the time. And I'm like, nah, I'm gonna stick to my sweatsuits and shit like that. That's just kind of how I am. But there's this place called Red Cow in Minneapolis that's pretty damn good. It's a lot of fun. It's just like a chill vibe, great food. It's not too expensive, so I like that. You get like burgers, like all sorts of fun kind of American style food there. Do you think the finals will be over after Game 7? This is the best question that's been asked so far. Fly with me 666. That is a fucking great question. No, I don't think so. I also think, come on, Malawach falls to the second round. He's just too unsportsmanlike. Agree with that take as well. Detroit has the 37th pick, no first round. Who would be the best fit there? Anybody that can shoot, man. Please, Detroit, don't draft another non-shooter. I'll be so pissed. Kobe Brea, that'd be kind of fun. Do you think they could trade for Durant if OKC versus the Pacers, or if OKC loses to the Pacers? I'm sure they could. They definitely could, and that would be, just as like a sports fan, that'd be a cool way to kind of bring things back around to my childhood. That'd be pretty sick. Favorite KD destination? Probably the Thunder for that reason. There's a selfish part of me that, I'm not a Timberwolves fan, right? I just live in Minneapolis. I'm a Bulls fan. Like, there's a selfish part of me that wants him in Minneapolis or in Minnesota just so I can go watch him play a little bit more. So that'd be cool. What are the chances the Spurs can convince the Mavs to swap picks and get Cooper Flag? I think slim to none. From what I understand, Dallas is kind of hanging up phones on people with that. If the Thunder trade up for Ace, is he the Lou Dort Caruso replacement if they move off of them after the season? No, he's a completely different player. If you need to understand Ace Bailey is a super athletic and coordinated Michael Porter Jr. It's insane. Like, the same kind of like elite off-ball defense, but with like actual crazy athleticism behind it. Like, the ridiculous upsides, a perfect evaluation of him, but like he's got this same like perfect pull-up jump shot that's just so pure and it's so good. I've talked to like my NBA buddies about it, and they're all just like, oh dude, like he's got a better jumper and more like creativity than like a lot of other NBA players already. It's insane, which I tend to agree with. What is this? Kuchin and Slouchin? Kalkbrenner? I don't know what that means. Do you think Derek Queen fits well in Toronto's front court alongside Yakachonis? Or Jakob Pertl, not Yakachonis. I don't know, because I don't really know what Toronto's trying to do, if I'm being honest with you. I'm kind of confused as to what they're building. I had a theory that, like, maybe they'd go with, like, a Derek Queen and try to put together a Pacers-type team where they play really fast pace, everyone can kind of handle the basketball a little bit, but, like, that'd be banking a lot on, like a late, pick like that, so like a late lottery pick, so it's kind of weird. What if they draw? That'd be sick. I just want Indy to win because Johnny Furphy's on them. My family's a crazy Kansas basketball fan. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie to you, I got beef with Kansas just from my college days. Took an L to them that I'm still pissed off about, so is what it is. Do you think Portland should trade down for 2 first-round picks from OKC? I don't know if that's even fair value, but potentially. I guess I don't know. It would be cool to see OKC move up, and they don't need all those picks, so potentially. Is it weird being employed by one team while still being a fan of another? Maybe it would be if my team was, like, relevant. But, and you're also assuming that I don't work for the same team that I root for, so that's another interesting thing there. But, and by the way, like, I could be employed by a different team next year, because, like, I'm just on 1 year by 1 year contracts through my company. I will say I've been with the same team for the past couple years, but no, it's not really weird. It's not really weird. Who will have more total counting stats end of their rookie year? Ace, Johnson. We don't even know what team they're going to be on, so I don't know how to evaluate that. How would Cooper's rookie season look, or how would Cooper rookie season look like, in your opinion, contribution-wise, considering AD and Kyrie are healthy? Are they championship contenders? I mean, I think Kyrie and Anthony Davis on one team was always going to be a championship contender. To some extent, they have so many good role players. Like, I think Cooper Flag is going to be really good. So I don't think he's going to be like a perfect player by any means day one. But, like, no rookie should be. But I think they'll be a contender for sure. Here's my top 5 Mavs Flag Bucks trade. Yeah. What the fuck did you write here? Yangus? I'm not reading the rest of that one. Do you have like a PayPal? Because Google takes a percentage of super chats. I'd rather you get my full support. I'm not going to take your money directly. Like, here's how I look at it. YouTube is, I'm technically employed by YouTube, right? I'm kind of a sole proprietor through YouTube. They give me this awesome platform to do things from. I'd like to support this platform that treats me pretty well, and in all honesty, like, I've done the homework, and I did Twitch streaming like at the same time when I started YouTube. I tried like all of the stuff out because I wanted to experiment and understand the business of it, and YouTube is by far the best platform. Like, it's like actual like science that you can learn, and the discoverability of it is great, so I'd rather support the platform. Random questions. What's your thought on the Kings possibly trying to trade up to draft Colin Murray Boyles? I guess I don't understand what the point of that would be. We also spelled Boyles wrong. You spelled it like the weird things that are on people's face. No, I don't know why they would do that. I'm not sure what they would do unless they're also getting off of a player, but I don't know why they would target Murray Boyles out of everyone. Let's see. Pistons either take Alex Conlon, I think he meant Condon, or Ryan Kalkbrenner. If Asar doesn't prove himself, then the Pistons should trade up for Cam Boozer next year. Jeez, Asar Thompson has to prove himself next year? Jesus Christ, you guys are cutthroat. He's been playing for like a year and a half. Like, chill. Pat Connaughton just opted in with the Bucks for next year. Yeah, that's what people were saying. Should we take a look at Shams here? Oh, jeez, I just... the Luka trade or whatever. It's funny. Let's see. How can do I have to fucking sign in, really? It's so annoying. Whatever, I don't care that much. Let's see, what else do we got here? Do you think we will see a trade up to the number 3 or 4 pick? I think you definitely could. I have not seen the Ulm versus Munich game. No, all the one game isn't changing anybody's draft value. One game is not changing anybody's draft value, right? Like, somebody could score 100 points and it's not going to change it at this point. Like, people's opinions are pretty locked in at this point. Cheese, you made it. Welcome. We just got back from my twins' birthday party. Glad I made it too. Amazing. Happy birthday to the twins. if Ulm wins the German league, do you think Asenge and Sarah's? No, nobody cares at this point. Like, in all honesty, y'all, like when we're scouting, like these guys winning and losing games, like it just doesn't matter that much. It just doesn't matter. Like Rutgers, like they had no fucking chance of winning. Like why is that like Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper's fault, right? Like Arizona never does like anything in March Madness, yet they're always kind of a part of things. Trying to think like what would be another good example. Like Sorber obviously didn't play most of the year, but like BYU like is ass, and like something happens there, right? So I don't know. I wouldn't trip about it. If people win or lose, they really don't care. Asenge ain't playing that much. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really enjoyed watching Asenge a ton as of late. How many birthday parties do you twins have? Did your opinion on Asenge change after his combine measurements? No. Like, I knew he was long. Like, like I already knew that. Like, why does it matter exactly how long he is? Like, I don't know. This isn't Tinder, and I'm not giving like my own length measurements for like a woman or something to judge me by. So, which I did back in the day in college. I listed that I was 6'5", which I am, and I like to think that that helped my performance. Let's see. Pat owns $500 million real estate company and couldn't help. That's a fair point. That dude is. I don't know if it's $500 million. I highly doubt that, but that dude is doing pretty well. What do you think the likelihood of Kuminga returning to the Warriors are next year? I think pretty slim. Pretty damn slim. I've heard a lot about that. I don't think it's happening. If the top 10 to 15 prospects, who do you think are the most likely busts? I won't say stuff like that until I know like where they're gonna go and I get to see them for a while. I think they all have a good chance to succeed. Otherwise, I wouldn't care. Let's see. AVC live streams the best. I'm glad you like it. Is Caleb Love even declaring for the draft? I believe he is. He's probably not going to get picked. I got to go. Would love a fire vid on Tuesday for my B-Day. Oh, there's going to be fire videos. We got Ideal off season on Monday and Tuesday. We got to finish off the series. So don't you worry. We'll have fun videos. So I actually have one Ideal off season recorded already, and then I'm doing the other one later today. Just because, and I explained them in the videos, I just have to record them before the finals because I have to get them out at a certain time. So it's just kind of how it works. I'm expecting a blockbuster trade in the draft that sends Giannis to Houston. You're going to be disappointed, I think, then. Does AVC do birthday parties? Fuck no, I don't celebrate my own birthday. I'm one of those weirdos that finds it awkward and weird to celebrate for something that you didn't do anything to accomplish. So I don't know. That's just me, though, and I'm like the least fun person in the world, so don't take my opinion for it. Would the Sixers trade number 3, PJ and Jared McCain, for AD? That would be something, I suppose. I guess I don't know. That's a wild one. Do you think that Portland is going to trade some veterans this offseason? I hope so. Portland's front office doesn't always do the best job, so we'll see. I knew he was long. I already knew that. Pause, man. I knew the motherfucker was long. Where do you think Jason, we spelled that one wrong too, Richardson, Danny Wolf, and Vlad end up? Jace is a really hard one to make fit. Danny Wolf, I'd love to see him in Orlando. I think that would be cool. Vlad, we're not sure if he's going to get picked or not. Is Yegor finally out of your round 1 top 30, 27 trays? I don't know what you mean by that exactly. How do picks like Anthony Bennett, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, and Carter Williams never pan out? Like, there's a lot of things, right? Like, it could just be that, maybe the talent isn't quite there. Ozzy, thank you for, or Azzy, thank you for subscribing. That means a lot. Welcome to the community. Hope you find something valuable here. There's a lot of things that can go into it, and like common sense would tell you a lot of them, right? Like sometimes guys just aren't as good as we think they are, right? That's part of it. Could be you end up in a really shitty situation. Like there are just certain teams where it's a lot harder to develop. Like you think about how poor Charlotte was at just developing anybody for a while. Right? And then Malik Monk got out of there and all of a sudden dude was a stud, right? Like it's just kind of how it is. Sometimes there's personal reasons too. Sometimes guys don't adjust to being in the NBA. Like I think it's really important to remember that these are people outside of basketball, right? And this is merely a job that they do every day. They have entire lives outside of this. It's like you go into your job every day. I hate how much people care about measurement lengths. Ace being 6'8" instead of 6'10" changes nothing. He's the same player. Yeah, exactly. Like, and I'm still confused how they do these measurements, because like I've stood next to these guys and like it seems a lot bigger than 6'8". So whatever. His real estate has like over 500 million in assets. Pretty sure. Yeah, but he doesn't own the whole thing. I'm pretty sure. He's got like a whole corporation or something. Dwayne, thank you again for the donation. Let me scroll down to that. A chance that last week in the NBA returns. Oh man, maybe we'll try it again next year. It's just those videos never got any views, and like it took a lot of work to record those ones. I liked that series a lot though. Like for those of you curious, it was where was it? It was this one right here. Basically every Monday we did a little recap of what was going on in the NBA, and these videos just never got any views. And I loved doing them. I thought they were fun. It was a cool way to keep up with the NBA, but you know, just was what it was. So I don't know. Maybe we'll give it a try though. Let's see. You don't have to mention the player, but did you ever have an "I told you so" moment as a scout? Let's take a look. Well, yeah, I definitely have, but I'm curious as to like which one in particular could stand out. Just looking through. I'm looking through. It's normally like I usually identify people via like trades for teams that I'm like, this guy's being underutilized, and we should pick him up or something, or this guy should get moved here and it'll work out well, and that usually works out for me. I was pretty high in the Thompsons. I said Derek Lively was going to be like really, really good, and what he was able to do, he's even exceeded my expectations though, in all honesty. I still like Julian Strother a lot. Andre Jackson Jr. I had a feeling was going to be pretty good. I said he should have been a first round talent. Gigi Jackson was one that I told everyone I'd take with a top 10 pick. So yeah, stuff like that, I suppose. If Dallas traded back into the first round, who would you target? I guess some sort of guard, like a Walter Clayton would probably be pretty good. Who do you think is going to realistically win the KD sweepstakes? I have no clue, honestly. Like, it doesn't seem like Houston or San Antonio are like super dead in on it. I'm sure Miami would love to. I'm not sure they have the assets to make it happen. They're almost certainly going to need a third team, but who doesn't at this point? I don't know. I'd like to see like the Grizzlies do it, honestly. I think that would be pretty cool. Or like OKC, that'd be cool too. Who do you mock to the Hawks at 13? I've got a whole video for you, my boy. You can go watch it right here. Give me those views. Give me that ad revenue. Let's see. If you can't tell us what team you work for, can you at least tell us any of the guesses we've made are hot and cold? Why the fuck would I do that, Riley? No. I'm like, I've got like, first of all, I work for a lot of teams, right? Like I work for one NBA team, and then I work for a bunch of college teams, and then a couple international teams, and I've got NDAs with a lot of those. So there's just no point in me playing hot and cold, because then all of a sudden I'm gonna be sitting in court one day and they're gonna be like, you decided to play hot and cold with your NDA, and I'm gonna be like, Your Honor, it was for a stream where they were donating $2 at a time to me. You don't understand. It was really hot in my apartment that day. So no, it is what it is. I can't do that. Can you predict the first team all NBA? What do you mean? We've done this. Like, this has already happened. I don't know what you mean. As of right now, looking at VJ Edgecombe, do you think he has potential to live up to Cooper Flagg, maybe even be better? Sure, I think he could. You guys have heard me say, I think Mr. Ace Bailey, VJ Edgecombe, Dylan Harper, and Cooper Flagg, I rated all of them as like, hey, all NBA type dudes. Like, I think that they're that good. So, which is pretty crazy for one draft class. I was hoping for Robert Williams to be healthy this season, but it seems like he can't really stay healthy for even 30 games a season. Hey, me too. I got injury problems myself. I actually start a semi-pro league tomorrow. A bunch of my buddies asked me to play on it, and it's got like some other like D1 dudes, some D2 and D3 guys, so we're playing in it tomorrow. Unfortunately, it's during the finals, our game. We were all like, Jesus Christ, this sucks. So none of us necessarily want to go to game one, but it is what it is. I forget what your question was. Oh yeah, but I struggle to stay healthy too. I like threw my back out lifting this week, so I should be good though. Raphael doesn't like Harper's fit in San Antonio. Do you agree? I mean, it's not a super logical fit just because they've got some other people there, but I don't see why he can't still develop there. It's fine. You can have multiple good people at a position. I don't know why it'd ever be a bad thing to go to the Spurs. I think KD wants to go back to Golden State and retire Warrior. There's no way that that can really happen. Judging by what you know of this year's lottery prospects, what's the most likely factor that will determine this group's success in the league? Team fit. It's everything. It's just everything. Like, your personal life's got to be in order. You got to work hard. You got to keep your body right. You got to be coachable. You got to learn. You got to go to an organization that actually knows what the fuck they're doing. You got to find some vets that you can really learn from. It's a combination of everything. What do you think about Ben Seraph? You guys just keep asking about that. It's one game, y'all. Do you judge people by one game? I don't understand. Like, no, like, I don't care at this point. My opinions on Ben Seraph are set going into this draft. It's a good game. Dude had a good game, apparently, which maybe I'll watch it later, and maybe it won't even look like a good game. Maybe they just let him walk to the rim every time. I don't know. Thoughts on Ace Bailey not working out for the Sixers? We talked about it quite a bit earlier. You can rewind the stream if you want to talk about it, but I don't really give a shit. It's nothing on Ace. It's just an agent being an agent. There's so many college agents I have to deal with because of the majority of my clients being college teams. I'm so sick of trying to like recruit like a college player and I have to talk to their fucking agent about things. It's so annoying. Who are your busts from 2024? There's no busts from 2024. Like, you don't write off any of these players. That's silly. That is silly. Like, would you write someone off from a job, like, because they've been working there for a year? Like, you're still basically getting, like, onboarded at a job. Nobody's good at a job that quick. And if you are, then good for you. Kobe White equals 16 pick. Maybe Memphis would do it. I don't know why they would need another guard like that. Last week of the NBA is definitely my favorite series. I can tell by the content for those videos. They take a long time. Well, thank you. Lonzo, 25th pick, only $10 million a year. Would Magic do it? If we ate Jonathan Isaac's contract, I don't think you're eating a Jonathan Isaac contract. Dude's got a lot of like value on the defensive end and stuff. I don't know if the Magic would do that necessarily. I don't think Lonzo Ball, you can guarantee his health right now, and you had a lot of health scares last year. Meant all rookie first team. Sorry, that's already been said as well, I think. Do you think Carter Bryant is being overestimated, being now in the 8 to 10 pick, having a pretty bad season? Why do you think he had a bad season? He did not have a bad season. You're missing so much context by saying that. Like, no, Carter Bryant had a pretty solid season. He just didn't play much because there's a lot of guys older than him on the team. Like, he's extremely talented, so no, I think it's fine. You got to make sure you got context with that. Any truth to the Paul George contract dump to move back to 5? I'm sure the conversations are being had, but nothing's true until it happens. Just arrived, hi from Australia. Oh, g'day, mate, I suppose. Who's the Cam Whitmore of this draft? Biggest faller? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it depends. I don't know where you guys rank people. I wouldn't be surprised to see Queen fall a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised to see like Yegor not go as high as people think. They could also go higher than you think, though. I don't know. It could be interesting. Let's see. What's the biggest mistake you've made on assessing a talent in the draft in the past? Probably Chet. I figured, like, and look, Chet doesn't have a great game every night, but I didn't think he'd be able to, like, contribute in a lot of the ways that he does right now, so probably Chet was one of my worst player evals that I've ever done. And given he had a year to kind of prove himself and get a little bit stronger and everything and develop some skills, but like still I didn't think it would happen this fast, so definitely wrong about that. What position do you play in your league and what's your comp? That's a fun question. I play point guard. That's what I did throughout college and stuff, is I'm a point guard. I'm 6'5", so I'm a little bit bigger than a point guard, but I always wanted to be Derrick Rose growing up, but I quickly realized I wasn't nearly athletic. Like, your boy can still do some dunks. Like, I'll get a nice little like baseline two-hand jam every once in a while now. Like, I used to be able to do like some cooler dunks, nothing like stupid crazy, but I'm more of like a Rajon Rondo. Like, my goal is to walk away with like 2 points and like 15 assists most games. So that's kind of what I do. I'm a pretty good ball handler, pretty good passer. Like I can shoot and score if I need to. I just don't think it's as fun because nobody in pickup like plays like that anymore. Let's see. You might need to watch the Seraph game live just so everyone can stop asking about him. Yeah, no kidding. I'm always a fan of rebuilding teams taking older projects who are ready to go day one, but it feels like they very rarely happens. Yeah, I don't know why. There's a lot of upside in that type of stuff still. Let's see. Ace Bailey is going to fall, and I think Clayton Jr. is going to go top 20. I mean, depends on what your definition of fall is, I suppose. And then I'd like to see Walter Clayton go top 20. You guys know where I have him rated. I don't understand why Stephen A still has a job. He's clearly biased against all the small markets. I don't know if I don't know what his biases are. I guess LeBron James is one of his biases. That was just such a silly like thing for him to put out, wasn't it? But yeah, I don't know. I don't like watching stuff like that. I guess he's good for clips and for pointing and laughing at him, but I haven't found ESPN to be entertaining for a while. Like, I wish the Inside the NBA guys were, like, doing the finals. I hate watching the halftime shows. I feel like Bob Myers is the only one I can, like, listen to. He makes ESPN money. He's got everything for a reason, yeah. Context, the circumstances that form the setting for an event, statement, or idea, and in terms of which it can be fully understood and assessed. Somebody put it on a billboard or something. I don't know what that means. Is Cooper Flagg a top 3 prospect you've ever evaluated? Somebody asked me this earlier. I mean, in terms of what I've done professionally, sure. Yeah, probably. What college did I go to? I don't reveal that stuff because that college might not want to be associated with my content. I'm sure you guys will figure that out at some point. Alfred Payton? No, I am like an Alfred Payton type guy. My teammates actually get on me at times. We haven't started this league yet, but I play with these guys in like other settings sometimes. They've legit told me like, dude, we're sick of you not shooting. Like, shoot the fucking basketball. Because I only ever go like 50%. I've had a lot of injuries in my time, and like I've just been around higher level basketball. I have no need to care about winning these games, right? So like I don't want to get hurt. That fucking sucks. So I just kind of like, I go up and down the court. I play good defense. I pass the ball around, make sure my teammates get their shots. If I have an open 3, I'll take it. Maybe in transition, I'll go all the way once or twice. Maybe I'll try to get a dunk. That's about it. But yeah, no, they've called me an Alfred Payton sometimes. Stop asking AVC about what team he works for. We should all want AVC to keep his job, or keep my clients, you should say. Who's going to ask where you'd go if you were in this draft? Oh, where would I go? I'd go like 4008. That's where I would go. Memphis not liking Stephen A right now. Why is that? What is the best fit for the Pelicans at 23 if they take Knipple at 7? Ooh, if they took Knipple at 7, that'd be interesting. To me, it is so hot in my apartment, as I've mentioned a couple times on the stream. It's like 90s, like upper 90s in Minnesota right now, and my apartment is scalding. Best fit for Pelicans at 23. They could go with another big, I suppose. Maybe they need another guard if you're worried about Murray or something. So, I don't know. Like, maybe you want to get, like, a spacing one, like Reynaud or something. That could be interesting. Score prediction for tomorrow's game? I just hope it's close. Give me a buzzer beater. Like, I need some Game 7 magic. By the way, that Tyrese Halliburton pass to Siakam after the steal in that last game, I was icing my back because my back was hurting after I was done like lifting and stuff, and I was like, I had my legs elevated, you know, real vulnerable position for you, boy, just over there, and I'm watching the game up on my TV over here, and when that pass and dunk happened, I legit stood up so fast and like screamed and flexed. I was feeling that so much. My wife was like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm hyped. But I don't know what the score will be. I just hope it's close. Do you feel team building requires a superstar after watching Indiana? I don't know what the definition of a superstar is. I think Pascal Siakam and Tyrese Halliburton are awesome. Like, I think they're really elite basketball players. So I think you need really good players to win. You might just not categorize them in the correct way. I mean, look at where they are. Bulls fan here, same, unfortunately. What do you think Mata's ceiling looks like after this year? You very high on his potential? I mean, potentially he could do a lot of things, right? I personally am not a huge fan of his game. I'm rooting for him a ton. I don't get what he does right now outside of being like lengthy and white and like run the floor and like dunk the basketball. Like, he just didn't do much else. And if you try to tell me like, oh, his shooting turned out at the second half of the year, well, yeah, he got more consistent minutes and nobody guarded him the whole time. Like, you should be able to make some open shots. But whatever. Who's your favorite prospect you've ever interviewed? Not like the best player, but the most fun guy to be around? Whoa. That's interesting. Trying to think who that could be. I don't know, because like you don't get to know him like that well, but some people are definitely a little bit cooler than others. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I can answer that one. I really don't know. Like it's also, if it also feels so long ago. And it's not like I really keep up with a lot of them, so I don't know. Let's see. Sorry, clients, I wasn't trying to minimize your role or career title. There we go. Which teams do you think are the most likely to trade down in the draft? Probably like Houston. It's got to be like the most likely one, right? They just don't need that draft pick at all. What do you think about Portland drafting Yakichonis or Yegor, like they're rumored to? I can't be mad at them because like the prospects are interesting, but at the same time, it'd be the continued pattern of Portland just taking people that don't actually support the already interesting players they have. Like, I don't get the point of drafting like these young talented players if they're not going to support them. Like, we were all super excited to see Scoot Henderson just a couple years ago. Now we're already taking like another point guard that's not going to help Scoot Henderson get better at basketball. It's just they're going to do the same thing like a Yakichonis then. It's the same cycle of nonsense and stupidity. What's your thoughts on Ace's most likely landing spot? I'll tell you to probably rewind the stream and hear about that, but I'm going to say most likely Ace. How many people we got in here at this point? Damn, 60 people? That's crazy. This is a small cult at this point, so my wife is right to be concerned about me. Let's see. Do you think Risa Shea is ever going to develop as a primary initiator and create his offense, or do you think he's going to stick as a complementary piece? I think he'll be best as a complementary piece more so, but that's not like a bad thing either. Like, not everyone needs to be like an elite creator. Like whatever you want to say about like Paolo Banchero, like he's not like an elite creator. He's a guy that capitalizes on mismatches in isolation. That's not really like a creator, you know. It's a little bit different, and that's okay. Like, we don't all need to be like that. You can only have so many of those on a team, otherwise it gets redundant anyway. So I think Risa Shea will have a lot of value in the NBA. Do you think the Pacers will keep their demonic magic next season? I don't know, man. They're gonna have to keep sacrificing people. Is Joan Beringer at 13 too high? Taha God Diali subscribed. Thank you and welcome to the channel. Dober Investments. Oh no, we're about to get someone's about to sponsor us or something, aren't they? Well, thank you guys for subscribing. I hope this is a good place. What's happening right now? Dunk It Hard subscribed. I'll try to dunk it hard. I promise. I'm a little bit concerned as to if this is gonna keep going. Tim Sauer, what the hell's happening right now? This isn't good. This isn't good. If this is gonna keep happening, I'm gonna be annoyed. Okay, it was just. Why did all those people subscribe at once? That was weird. I'm watching you, internet. I don't trust you. Yeah, I think Joan is a bit too high there. Herb Jones for number 6. If Trey Mitchell is there, I think you meant Trey Johnson. I'd rather just have Herb. How'd you like Rondo? With his time in the Bulls, that was the last time I really enjoyed a Chicago Bulls team. I really liked having Rondo on that team. Vucevic and 45 equals number 24 pick if we take back Hartenstein. No, I don't think that benefits them at all. Evaluation of yourself. What's your player comp when you're hooping? I was already saying, like, I always wanted to be like a Lonzo Ball type of guy. Like, not always wanted to, but like when I was still like playing, I liked being a Lonzo Ball type of guy. Play good defense, pass the rock, try to hit open shots when you have it. So that's what I like to do. I've seen the Danny Wolf. Is he ready? And I don't know why nobody else hype him like you. Jesus Christ, the grammar on that hurt my brain a little bit. I think he's good. I think he's a fun prospect. There's not really another prospect like him in the draft, so I think that inherently adds value to him, and I'd like to coach him. I think it'd be a fun project. Any thoughts on the Wizards trying to trade up? I mean, everyone's trying to trade up in this draft. You got really valuable players at the top. I think it makes sense. It's not like you have anything on the team that you can't give up right now. Let's see. And why 60 watching and only half put like? I'm going to assume English isn't your first language. What is Chauncey's coaching ceiling? I have no clue, man. I have met Chauncey Billups. I think I told you guys in the Discord, I played basketball against him and his brother once. when I was a freshman in college. And mind you, like, I'm a pretty good basketball player at that age, right? I'm young, springy, fucked me up. And he like was letting me know how he was gonna fuck me up like each time. I like all I could do was laugh afterwards, but I was like, Jesus Christ. So I have no clue. You are Chicago's GM. What would you do to improve the team? Actually realizing that you need good draft picks to build a team, because the whole NBA knows not to come play for you guys and your shitty owner, so you have to draft good players. What do you think the Pels should take at 4 if you were the GM? At 4? Like, we've traded up? I guess you're taking VJ Edgecombe or Ace Bailey if he's there. Who's one guy in the draft who might not go very high, but if he just adds one key thing in his rookie year, he could be really good? That's an interesting one. So what, we'll say like 15 and below, like here or something? Or should I open up like Fanspo or something and take a look at like, this isn't my big board, by the way. I just threw this in here so that we could use it in like videos or whatever. So we'll just go like 15 and below. Like, I guess like obviously Carter Bryant could be in there. I do think Nolan could be pretty good. I think Walter Clayton could be really valuable. Danny Wolf could be valuable. Guys like that. I'm trying to think who else out of these guys. I do think Janai Broom could stick around for a little bit. So yeah, some guys like that. Let's see. You have mentioned your connections to the Wizards and the bad reputation of the organization. Does the bad stuff you've heard extend to the current regime? Yeah, no. All of my complaints, I wouldn't be talking about them if they weren't current. Like, I know like 2 or 3 players on this team like really well, and I know a lot of the coaches really well. They didn't enjoy their time this year. It doesn't mean it can't get better. I mean, it's the regime's like first year or whatever, but it's hard to establish a culture. But no, nobody liked being there this last year, at least from what I can tell. Average subscriber, but AVC, you didn't talk about Ace Bailey. Yeah, exactly. What do you think about Cedric Coward's story and draft stock rise, and about his NBA comp play style and measurements? I don't know what comp we're referring to exactly, but dude can shoot the shit out of the basketball. He's long and can shoot the shit out of the basketball. That's what I know you're getting out of this guy right now. Athleticism, I wouldn't say it's anything like off the charts. Like off-ball defense, I think it could be valuable. I don't know about ridiculous upside. That seems obscure to me. But I never want to like rule that out in a person either. I hate to say that, because that's just, people can get really good. All these guys are tremendous athletes, you have to remember. But no, I don't know. I think the story's interesting. He's definitely talented enough to be in the NBA, I'd say. So yeah. AVC, if you skip the last 15 minutes of your live, your grandma made me eggs last night. No, man, I'll make my own eggs. I make them a certain way, but she might make me Eggo waffles or some shit like that. Maybe like a little breakfast sandwich or something. She might. Maybe some Cheerios. What's Neat Clifford's best team fit? Someone where he can come, somewhere where he can go and contribute in a very specific role, like right away, probably like off the bench, probably on a better team. Like I think Minnesota or Memphis would be good fits for him. Good question. Hit the like button. My dream trade would be the Spurs trade for Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, and number 7 for number 2. Whoa. Yeah, that'd be pretty sick if you got all that. Which NBA player would you like to meet? Are you asking me? You said Yo AVC? I don't know. Insulted the Bulls owner crosses off one team? No, it doesn't. I promise you that, man. I can do whatever. My businesses are separate right here, so don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about it. I can insult whoever the fuck I want on here, and that's why I keep my businesses separate, because then I don't have to monitor myself on here, because I like, this has nothing to do with my business, what you guys are watching and listening to right now. This is, I guess I talk about like some of like the scoops that I hear and stuff, and that's kind of a benefit, but like I can do whatever the fuck I want here. Do the Celtics take a white guy at the end of the first round again this year? Potentially. I mean, who could it be, right? I guess that's what we have to look at. Who could you take at the end of the first round? Like maybe Danny Wolf is still there. That could be a guy. Maybe Rayno is there. That could be your guy. Ben Seraph. Do you mean American white? Who else could it be? Alex Tui, Australian. That's not far off. So maybe a guy like that. So I could see it. I could see it. I know he was drafted last year, but what do you think about Ulrich Kromke? Do you think he has real potential? I don't know what real potential means. Like, can he be an NBA player? I mean, sure, he already kind of is, right? Why is my camera blurry? Hey, Hey, focus up. Focus on your boy. I know I'm pasty, but damn, is it getting that hot? It can't focus on me? Hold up. Why are we not focusing? Why are we not? There we go. I don't know. I don't think it's a likely chance that he becomes like a regular player, but it is what it is. What player from the past would you comp to Dylan Harper? As I always said, he's big Jalen Brunson. That's what he is. He is big Jalen Brunson to me, which is a crazy combination. I think this guy could be phenomenal. I really do. Guarantee? That's a weird word. Kalkbrenner is such a Celtic. It does feel like that. Mr. VC, please, that's my father. Just to let you know, you are not going to want to look at the next Discord mock. Also, everyone here needs to join the Discord and sub to AVC so we can hit 9K by draft day. That would be very unlikely to hit 9K by then, but I won't tell you guys not to subscribe, so thank you. And no, I probably won't want to look at that mock draft. How do you think Nikola Topic's rookie year will go? That's a great question. I've been curious about that as of late too. I don't know. The Thunder always seem to know what they're doing, so I guess we'll see. But I also really want to see AJ Mitchell some more next year, so I guess we'll see. Do you think Moses Moody has untapped potential, or is he close to a finished player? I think he can do like a little bit more than what he's doing. I'm not sure it's much more, but you can always get better. Would you trade Buzelis, Kobe, Lonzo, and Vucevic for Sabonis, Devin Carter, and Jonas Valanciunas? I guess not, just because I don't feel like that actually gets us anywhere, but I guess those would be better. Like, just having Sabonis is infinitely more valuable than Buzelis, Kobe White, Lonzo, or Vucevic in and of itself. So I guess for that reason, sure. Because I could like get picks for that and like other decent young players because Sabonis is awesome. Like rotation player potential, I'm not sure what exactly you're talking about. Oh, you're probably talking about Chrome Key or whatever. I think it's unlikely, but maybe. How many draft day trades do you expect? I expect a few this year. I don't have an exact number in my head, but like I can tell you just from like where I've been sitting and the offers that I've heard, which as I always say, you guys think that your best players are your favorite players are untouchable. The things I hear, the smut that's being traded on those phones or being asked to be traded in those phones is crazy. It's fun though. It's fun. I think a lot will happen. Let's see. Kalkbrenner, Reynaud is more of a Celtic. I can see that. Discord made some war crimes. I bet they did. Reynaud has too much flair to him. I don't actually know what that means. What are your favorite fits for this draft? What if I told you I did a whole video on that you could go watch right here? And I even made like a solid like thumbnail, I felt like, for once. So there you go. Let's see. What do you like back? What would you like back in return from Dallas for Lonzo Ball? I don't know. You can't get probably too much right now. Maybe like a couple seconds or something like that, because like the injuries are so scary. AVC, shout out from Brazil. Shout out Brazil, y'all. Y'all got a crazy country over there sometimes. Regarding Dynasty fantasy, could you mention any late first or early second takeout? Use my big board video right here. This is like my favorite video I've ever made. It's an hour and a half long. That's my real opinions that I turned into an NBA team about all these guys. So I'd go watch that, and if you want my opinion, use that to inform it. Again, shout out Brazil though. How desperate do you think teams are to move their 25 to 45th picks after all those withdrawals? I mean, I don't think any more than normal. Like, this is still a really deep draft class, all said and done. Like, I still think there's good players in that range. So I don't know for sure. It depends on what teams are looking for. You should post the Discord link and pin it. It's literally in every single one of my videos. I mean, literally in every single one of my videos. But, like, we can do that, I guess. Oh no, another AVC. That's fucking scary. I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, it's literally just like this right here. Boom. Oh, it's too big. It can't fit in the chat. Sorry, y'all. But yeah, literally in every single one of my videos. I think I mentioned it in every video too. I heard that Kobe Williams was considered to have the most potential out of all the players in last year's draft, all NBA level, but he is raw. I don't know who told you that. I didn't necessarily think that. Does he become all NBA? I find that unlikely, but I won't say it can't happen. But I'm never gonna say it can't happen, right? I think PJ Washington. Like, here's the thing: if you would have watched Chris Middleton his first like 7-8 years in the NBA, you wouldn't have ever thought that he'd be as good as like he is, right? It just happens sometimes. I think PJ Washington could fit with the Pistons. I think he'd be an awesome fit in Detroit, actually. I think that'd be an awesome guy to have Cade play off of. They should explore something like that, because PJ Washington will definitely be on the block this throughout this summer. That'd be a great addition for them. What is considered a good level of development for second and third year players? Well, it depends on like how good they are to start with, right? You hope to see that a lot of the early mistakes are gone at that point, right? Like, maybe you still haven't found like your niche game yet, but you should look like you're blending in by the end of your second season, early third season, is what I always say. Do you think the ace hate is something abnormal? No, the internet loves to hate everybody. Have you not been on it before? I'm a 7,000 subscriber channel, and I get like hate comments for some reason because people like to cream their pants over like posting mean things on the internet for some reason, because they're low lifes that live in like their parents' basement or something. I don't know. So no, it's not abnormal. This literally happens every single year. We all want someone to hate for some reason. I don't know why we can't just all love basketball. Nick Clifford comp. Nick Batum or You Have Better? He looks more like Josh Hart to me. A good. I know what you meant. As a Suns fan, I pray Nolan falls to 29. That'd be a great grab for y'all. Third straight year of injuries for Mark Williams. How many second-round picks I'm going to presume you meant to say Spurs, not Sours, need to trade for him? I think he'll still go for, like, you could still probably get a first for him, all said and done. So that's what I have to say. Ryan Nembhard will be a steal. I know he's 5'11", like his brother, who is 6'5", but he's so tough. Hey, one of the best dudes that I saw in college was like 5'9", so it just is what it is. I like Nembhard too. You guys saw he's on my big board. So how useful are player comps? I don't think very useful personally. I personally hate that. Like, I do have to do them for the team that I work for, because I guess it helps people visualize things, but I think they're stupid, right? Like I use like player comps for like when I'm talking to the player, right? It's like for me being like, hey, I think that you would really be valuable in a role like this, right? So this is what I'd like to see you do. That was really helpful for me with player development. Who's your favorite NBA content creators? I don't really watch NBA content creators. I mean, you see some of the things I'm subscribed to over here. Some of these are from my nephews, because they just like to watch like videos on my phone and stuff like that. But I don't really watch like basketball content outside of, I guess, LeBron and like Steve Nash. It was LeBron and JJ Redick. I found theirs to be pretty funny, but I try to not listen to much basketball stuff, in all honesty, because I talked to like professionals all day, right? And like that's what my job is. So I really try to like diversify myself as a person and listen to a lot of other things like current events, economics, finance, science. I love all that stuff. Like so I try to keep my mind sharp in other ways, but I do like listening to like LeBron and those people, right? Because they're geniuses. As a parent without a basement, where will my kids hide and troll from? That is an elite question. I'm not so sure. Maybe you need to build them a treehouse. If you were the coach of Thiero, would you shift focus from shooting development to rebounds? Well, yeah, because here's the thing. Like, he's just probably not going to be a good shooter right away. So what I would tell him is, I'm like, hey, day one, how are we getting on the court? What can you do right now? You're an extremely gifted athlete, right? So what we can do is play elite defense and cut without the basketball, make space for other people by doing that, rim run, do things like that. Probably show him a lot of like Amen and Nassar Thompson film, honestly, and try to do something like that. And then in the background, yeah, we'll just work on hitting open shots from there. Who are you lowest on as far as your first round guys, and who are you highest on? I don't know. Like, I mean, you can watch my big board and you'll see like my reminder what a big board is, right? Because I still got some dumb. I remember I hid one guy's comment on here that was so stupid. Like he was commenting like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you've got Ace Bailey above Dylan Harper. How could you possibly think he's better than him?" And I literally commented like, "Please tell me you're not this fucking stupid. Please tell me you're not actually this stupid. I hope you're not." And he was like, "What? I can't believe this, and this," right? And so I was like, "Dude, I literally said 8 times at the beginning of the video, watch the video so you know exactly what you're talking about. about. And I told him, go back and watch. And he came back and was like, oh, yeah, I knew what you were talking about with this. You gotta hid instantly from the channel. Get off my fucking channel if you're gonna do shit like that. I just can't be asked. I'm trying to make a good community here. I don't have time for dumbass comments and people that don't watch the video. But my point of all this is understand what you're looking at with a big board. This is like an order at which I'd want to like coach people, right? It's not who I think is the best right now. It's not who I think will be the best, anything like that. My whole intro talks about it. You play 2K? No, not really. Like the last 2 years I'm pissed off because like that company just keeps printing out the same game every year, and like it kind of sucks. And in my mind, at least, it's not very fun. Like, I just feel like they're not actually making the game any better. They're just reprinting the same shit every year. And so I don't want to give them my dollar vote by buying it every year. But, I mean, if I hop on the sticks, like, I'll probably be fine. Do you think anyone in Ishbia's front office is brave enough to tell him to get out of the way? I don't know. I don't know how to answer that, personally. Oh wow, Michael Morgan, thank you so much for the donation. That means a lot. Let me make sure I answer your question. Do you see the Pels taking Malawatch? I think they could take Malawatch. Like, there's nothing about Yves Missy that should make you feel comfortable with your center position for the next like 15 years. I'm not saying that he can't be an answer, but like that shouldn't detract you if you're really loving Malawatch from taking him. So, because then you can have two good bigs, right? If you think both of them are going to be good. So, and bigs are hard to find. So I think that they definitely could. Thank you for the question. I appreciate it. I watch a good bit of NBA content, and I do find myself agreeing with your takes pretty often, not to glaze too hard. No, yeah, it's totally fine. I'm glad that you can agree with them. I try to make it clear on my channel, like, I hope I don't come off as expecting you guys to, like, share all of my opinions with things. Like, that's just not how people grow and learn from things. Like, I personally try to surround myself with different people with different opinions as much as possible, because that's how I get the most information. So, like, you guys should go watch other content creators. Don't take my big board as, like, gospel. You definitely shouldn't do that. Go take in everyone's information and have your own thoughts on things. Preach AVC? I'm doing it. I used to see videos of NBA rookies getting hazed. Vets, coaches included, would throw basketballs into the bleachers and make them carry duffel bags. Shit like this does happen. It's nothing like crazy. Everybody has a laugh about it. It is what it is. Like, what I normally see is like it didn't really happen in like college or anything, like nothing crazy at least. But it's normally like, hey, rookies got to buy breakfast for the team whenever they're on the road or something like that. Or maybe they'll, I don't know, fuck up their car or something like that, mess with their car or something like that. 2K infuriates me. Nothing really infuriates me. So 2K doesn't either, but it's just the business model behind it I think is silly. Does skill development happen in season or mostly during the summer? A lot of it happens during the off season, that's for sure. It's kind of hard to work on that stuff during the season. Training camp is huge for like developing team identity and stuff like that is actually like a huge time of the year because there's just not enough time to practice always. But a lot of it happens during the off season, and then, but yeah, like there's nothing stopping you from getting better at it during the season too. What are your thoughts on reports of Fears having another great workout with the Jazz? I can tell you, Fears has had great workouts, man. Like, he's a hard-ass worker. Like, I appreciate that he wants to show everyone how good he thinks he is. I was never worried about his game, per se. My thoughts of him haven't really changed too much, but I think he could go to a couple teams. I'm pretty sure I know where he's gonna go, but we'll see if I've been smoke and mirrored at all, which is totally possible. OKC trades up for future Wemby stopper and Malawatch. I could totally see OKC jumping up to do something like that. Let's say Portland trades Ayton, Grant, and Simons. What's even more reasonable return for those guys? I don't know. I'd try to just get like a little bit of draft assets, maybe some vets. Like, I wouldn't really want that much. You probably just want salary cap relief, if anything else, right? Like, just let your other young guys get on the court so you can figure out if you're doing anything with them. Well, usually when someone gets popcorn in their car, I unsee the rookies laughing, just the vets who did it. Well, yeah, it's whatever. Like, it's harmless at the end of the day. If your day's ruined by popcorn in your car, I don't know what to tell you. How useful are, like, am I orchestrating shit like that? No, I've got better things to do with my day. Like, I didn't haze any, like, freshmen in college or anything like that. If anything, I tried to really take them under my wing. And I'm still really tight with all my freshmen. So, is what it is. How useful are pre-draft interviews of NBA prospects? they can be valuable. They can be valuable. Like I mentioned earlier, like we in the scouting process talk to so many different people. Like we're talking to, like I said, like college managers, high school teachers, your third grade basketball coach. Like we talk to everybody and we get a good idea of you. It's always nice to meet you in person, but it's not a necessity. Like you don't always work out or interview every single player you draft. It's pretty common to do that, actually. Which projected first-round prospect do you think will have the biggest drop? I mentioned it earlier. I think maybe like Queen or Yegor might drop a little bit, but I don't know. Do the development coaches on the team ever clash with their players' private trainers? I personally didn't. It happens sometimes. Like I actually work out like a couple NBA players during the summertime. Just personally, that's what I do. I don't know, like, I try to just ask them what they're trying to get better at, and I work with them on that, and, like, if their team had a different idea, I'd probably talk to the team and be like, okay, like, do you want, like, how do you want me to go about this? So, I personally don't see it, but I'm sure it happens. Do you think Portland has developed Scoot correctly? No, not even fucking close. I think Portland's done a really bad job with it, honestly. Portland tends to do that as well, unfortunately. Is there any chance Fears goes to the Hornets? I doubt that, but, I mean, anything could happen. Luka Doncic got traded this year. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I promised my wife I wouldn't stream, like, too much longer than this. Let's get in the last couple questions, and we'll start to wrap this up, and then we'll talk about what's going on this week. Let's see, damn, how many Portland fans we got in this stream? Good question. I need Carter Bryant on the Bulls. Could it cost us to move up to 8? I don't think you have to move up that high for Carter Bryant. I would also, as a Bulls fan, like to have him. If nothing else, like, I would just appreciate them taking a swing on somebody with a high upside. I just don't want to see us take, like, a Colin Murray Boyles or something like that. That would bum me out, personally. I'd obviously root for him, but I just think that'd be a silly move overall. Okay, so I'm caught up in chat right now, so let's talk about what's happening this week. Monday and Tuesday, obviously, NBA Finals Game 7 tomorrow, right? NBA Game 7, which is awesome. I am unfortunately playing in a semi-pro game for like the first half of that game, and I'm really pissed off about that, but it just is what it is. My team says we have to go because we don't want to forfeit and lose the game. Fine, fair enough. I'm going to maybe I'll probably post a video at the end of the game or something like that, just saying like, hey, congrats to whoever, whatever. We'll talk about what's going on this week on the channel, just a quick little video that I'll record right after. Monday and Tuesday, ideal off season for the Pacers and the Thunder, and whoever loses will get a video first, and then the winner of the finals will go out on Tuesday. Wednesday, NBA draft. I have to imagine I'll post one final mock draft video, so I can title it like the final updated mock draft video. Go watch it right now because it's totally so different than what I did before, and clickbait all of you fuckers. So we'll do something like that, and then I will do a live stream for the draft. So that should be a fun one. That should be a fun one. So I hope to see you guys there for that. Okay, so with all that being said, let me look at the last couple trades. Raptors at 9. What's your final call? You already saw it in this video right here. Yes, we need to move up. I agree. Trade the pick, or who do you think we drafting? I don't think you guys will trade the pick, and you can go watch this video. Let's see. I'm not aware if you have ever planned to play in. If you ever, what stopped you? If it was injuries and you could rewind the clock and guarantee, would you try again? I was not good enough. I'm not a good enough athlete for that. Like I'm a much better athlete than the average person, but just being honest. But I worked pretty hard to get as athletic as I was, but you know, is what it is. I was hurt a lot in like when I was younger. Like I had a spinal surgery at like 21 or something like that. So I messed it up pretty bad. I've had a lot of weird little injuries, a lot of concussions, stuff like that, stupid shit, like just catch elbows from people. It's how it is. But no, I wasn't nearly good enough. Isn't it a conflict of interest for your friends on other teams to tell you other teams' boards? They don't. Who says that they tell me their boards? They don't do that. Have a good rest of your day, brother. Appreciate the content. Of course. Will your mock be 50% smoke or 100% smoke? Because other teams will be watching. My content doesn't inform anybody. It doesn't. It's just what I think is gonna happen. Like it doesn't matter at all. So okay. that's my last question. I'm gonna start to wrap things up, y'all. I appreciate it. We didn't actually really look into anything else here. I'm glad that you guys just had questions and we could just talk. This was exactly what I wanted it to be, which is cool. I didn't have to make up bullshit content to talk about. But all right, seriously, I appreciate all of you. Thank you for the donations and all of that. Like I said, I'll spend it on my wife. But I seriously appreciate it. Channel's been growing like crazy. It's a ton of fun, and we'll go from here. It's draft week, y'all. It should be fun. And finals tomorrow. Hope you guys are tuned in. As soon as I'm away from my game or whatever, you guys know I'll be locked in. So with all that being said, we'll see you later. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and yeah, enjoy the finals tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye.